trying to track down a girl by the name of Kayla. Do you know her?
Yeah.
But do you know if Kayla is with Andy?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Do you know where Andy lives?
No, I don't.
You know his surname?
No, I don't.
You don't? Or you don't want to tell me. Which one is it?
Senior Constable Mandy Gale is on a breaking case. John, a dedicated family man and keen surfer, has gone missing.
We've got it quite an urgent case this morning. Gentleman's been missing for 3 days now. It's out of character, no contact, and there's some real concerns there for his safety. Little boy at home looking for Dad. Dad's not there. Hey, how you going?
Any detail that his wife Belinda or his best mates can remember could crack this case.
So from my understanding, basically, you went out Saturday night. Yep. Come home Sunday, there's been a small argument, and he's left with a car.
Yeah. And that was about 8:30 on Sunday morning.
Yeah. So when he left on Sunday, what did he actually take?
He walked out the door, putting his wallet in his back pocket and the car keys. That was it. I went down to the garage an hour later and noticed that the surfboard was missing.
Okay.
So I assumed just that day that he'd, just wanted to spend the day on his own and go for a surf and sit on the beach for a bit.
2 days after he went missing, John called home, sounding upset.
I wasn't here, my girlfriend was here and took the call. So she said it lasted for about a minute.
And he said?
He thinks he's in Queensland. He's completely, he said, he's scared, he didn't know where he was, that he wanted to come home.
Has he been like that before in this situation?
No, not like this.
But the fact, like you say, the fact that he rang yesterday so upset and not knowing where he was, obviously that's a concern.
And my girlfriend that took the call knows him very, very well, and she just said, Chetty just did not sound like him at all. He's just not like him at all.
His mates want to help Belinda, but they feel just as helpless as she does.
Yeah, well, the phone's been off. I've sort of been trying morning and night, and phone hasn't been on at all. So.
Yeah, okay.
His mate Greg was with him the day before he went missing.
And he said, no, I'm all right, no dramas with me.
Yeah.
It was sort of, I thought it was all happy days.
He'll be feeling that he's let a lot of people down.
That's what I'm thinking.
And that's going to really play on him, and that's going to affect his judgments on his decision-making right now. And I think
that's what I'm worried about.
But one thing more than anything else makes this disappearance hard to understand.
Just surprising that he'd just leave Noah just as well, because he loves him so much.
Is Noah asking for his dad?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Back at headquarters, Senior Constable Gary Bailey is trying to help the grandmother of 16-year-old runaway Kayla Cato.
Yeah, is that Mrs. Gross, is it?
Yes.
Kayla's been missing for 4 days, and her disappearance has upset her grandmother Gail, who's Kayla's legal guardian.
Has she done this sort of thing before?
No.
No? There's sort of been no friction between you?
Oh, no, not really. This was just over her getting a job because she wasn't going to go back to school and she just wanted to do what she wanted to do.
Does she have any boyfriends or hang around with any boys?
She was seeing this guy, Andy, but we don't know any other name.
How long has she sort of been living with you?
She was 4 years old.
Oh, well, it's been a long while, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll come out in the next hour or so and we'll see you, Mrs. Gross, and we'll take it from there.
Okay, then.
All right, then.
Right.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
We have a bit of concern for this girl because it's totally out of character for her to do this, and there just doesn't appear any apparent reason why she's done it. Mrs. Grace, Gary Bailey, Missing Persons, how are you going?
Not bad,
And that's Constable Hadley.
Hi, how you going, Lee?
Right. We just come in for a minute.
Yes, come in.
Thanks. And no news on Kayla?
No news at all, no.
Do you have a little photo for us?
Yes.
Really? Yeah, she's a pretty girl, isn't she?
Kayla didn't have the best start in life. She was abandoned by her parents when she was just a little girl.
It was personal reasons that her parents couldn't look after her. I love my granddaughter, and I didn't want anyone else to raise her. I wanted her in my family, so...
Her nan became the only mother she has ever known. Now, she's terrified her granddaughter may be in real trouble.
People take advantage of that, don't they? With a young, attractive girl.
You were saying before on the phone there was a chap, maybe something like Andy or something. Was it Andy?
Yes, that's right, yes.
You don't know what his surname or anything?
No one seems to know.
What's the relationship between him and Kayla?
He's her boyfriend.
Yeah.
But I've never seen him.
Does she get on with your other son?
With no clues on where her boyfriend might be found, Gary's best chance of finding Kayla will be through her girlfriends.
Has she got any other sort of friends?
Turkish girl, yes.
What's her name?
Yarmal.
Yarmal, is it?
Yeah.
Where does she live at?
Auburn, yeah.
Yeah, the mother and father?
Yeah, yes.
It's a solid lead, but will Yamil give up her best friend Kayla?
We'll do our best and we'll be in touch with you.
Thanks very much.
All right, not a problem.
In the case of the missing father and surfer, John, Mandy's heading to the beaches, where he usually goes surfing.
Yeah, he took his surfboard, and I get the impression that that was his out, that perhaps it's something he liked to do either with his family or alone. So, fingers crossed maybe he's down here or somebody's seen him. So we're looking for a grey Stan, a Mazda 6.
It's a long shot, but the local surfing community is the most likely to know any information about where he might be.
Unfortunately, unless they're right up, I see them out there, but I just can't see their faces.
I normally surf at Manly, it's just today because the wind's so bad.
She seemed glad to meet me.
Sorry. Cheers.
With no positive sightings, Mandy phones Belinda to give her an update, but instead receives some very disturbing news.
Hello?
Hey, it's Mandy.
Hi.
What's happening?
He just rang. He said he's in Coffs Harbour. He's calling from a payphone from the city centre. I've made him like he's a mess.
What?
There's just been a critical development in the case of John, the young father missing on a surf trip for 3 days. He's rung his wife Belinda, who was horrified by what she heard.
He said he nearly jumped off some cliff around Coffs, like yesterday afternoon, and went back there again this morning. He wanted to know if I loved him, which I told him I do, and I want him to come home. And he just was crying. I said, promise me that you need to go to the police station.
All right, Don, I'll ring you straight back. I'll ring Coffs Harbour and I'll get back to you, okay?
Excellent.
All right. Bye. Yeah, I need to speak to someone pretty urgently, please. Just the fact that he's contacted now, he's in a really bad way in the city centre somewhere. So can you get them out there ASAP and see if you can locate him? That would be unreal. Thank you very much. Okay, good luck. Bye.
Mandy wants to keep an anxious Belinda up to date.
Registration number, all the details he needs, and he's going to get cars out there straight away. Poor bugger. Okay.
While Mandy's on the phone to Belinda, her partner Karen gets a call from Coffs Harbour.
Have you got
He's in the police station at Coffs Harbour now.
There you go. He's in the police station. Done.
Okay.
Okay. So that's good.
Okay.
We're just on 2 phones at once. Are you okay?
No.
Do you want us to come to you?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay. We'll come and see you, okay?
Okay.
Hang on.
Just have a quick chat with him. Do you want to talk to him or do you want me to talk to him?
Yeah, I'll talk to you. Hang on, I'll just make...
Can I just listen while you talk to
Yeah, hang on, Dom. Hang on.
Hello?
How you going? It's Mandy. I'm in the missing persons unit down in Sydney.
Hello?
How you going?
I'm okay.
I'm so glad you are where you are right now. We've been trying to find you for 2 days. Everyone's so worried and your friends, okay? So we're really glad you're okay.
Yep.
Okay? Yep. Is there anything you want me to let her know? I've let her know that you're safe.
Just that I love her, Mum.
I'll tell her you love her. She knows you love her, okay? We need to get home to your family because they love you and they desperately need to see you, and we need to know you're okay and...
Yep. I'm fine. I'm not hurt or anything.
John is in contact, but now he just needs to get home safely.
Drive home now?
No, well, probably not a good idea to drive that far home. We'll sort something out. We'll see how quick we can get you home, okay?
I've been driving for the last few days. I'm okay. I'm a nana driver.
You're a nana. Drive safely. Take your time, don't rush. It's all good. We'll give her a big hug from you and you can give her your own hug when you get home.
Okay.
All right, you take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't cry. It's okay. Oh, God. You there?
Yeah, thank you for letting me listen to that.
That's okay. You okay?
Yeah.
He's,
I'm just so relieved.
he sounds okay. He said he's a nana driver and he'll drive really carefully all the way home. You bore the kettle. We'll be there soon.
All right.
All right, bye. Oh, fair dinkum.
I know.
Oh, we'll need to speak to Coffs Harbour. Just make sure that they're truly satisfied that he's okay. He's got a lot of people that care about him, and nana driver or not, you know, he needs to take his time getting home.
At the Northern Territory Missing Persons Unit, there's growing excitement that a young woman who's been missing nearly 10 years and was feared dead has been found alive and well. 26-year-old artist Nicolee Moss disappeared after sailing with friends from Darwin to Dili in East Timor in 1999. Her family hasn't heard from her since.
Here's the baby one, another one here.
4 years ago, her mother Marion was given false hope when she discovered a photo of an artist named Nicolee on the internet.
This is the actual photograph that was on the internet and which we've had enlarged. As the saying goes, you know your children. You know, and I know, as her mother, that that is her.
Despite police doubts that it was her daughter, Marion insisted on travelling to Sydney to meet the woman for herself.
Well, we're only within minutes of finding my daughter, Nicolee. I'm quite anxious to meet her.
The moment of truth became another moment of frustration. It wasn't Nicolee.
Say I'm not her.
But the trip and meeting would prove vital. After the story aired on Missing Persons Unit, 2 viewers from the Northern Territory contacted police claiming to have met Nicolee recently.
We've had a major breakthrough with Nicolee in that a couple from Darwin were actually holidaying in Bali and met up with the young lady over there who they knew was Nick. A number of photographs were taken at the time, and as a result of the show that was aired in June last year, the people were actually watching the show and identified the person they knew as Nick as Nicolee Moss. So from there they contacted police and were able to provide us with photographs and details to location as to where Nicolee might be.
The witnesses had no contact details for Nicolee, so Detective Kerry Harris took it upon himself to pay for this ad in a Balinese newspaper, hoping to draw her out.
The story was run on the 9th of April, and on the 16th of April, Nicolee made contact with her sister here in Darwin. And since that time, I've actually spoken to Nicolee. We've confirmed that she is well and has been living in Bali for the last 8.5 years.
Nicolee was living in a remote village, a few hours outside the Bali tourist hub of Kuta. Unaware, an international search was on for her. On hearing the news, Nicolee's mother, Marion, boarded a plane and headed for Darwin to meet the investigating detective, Kerry Harris, and hear details of the incredible development firsthand.
Never felt so good in all my life. Absolutely unreal feeling. And the adrenaline is really pumping, kids, I can tell you. Just I can't believe it's all happening after all this time, after 8 years and 5 months. Yeah, just cannot believe it's all happening.
It's been a long wait for this dedicated mum who survived on hope.
Never at any stage did I ever give up on my daughter, never. And I was prepared to go to any lengths in order to try and find her. And with the last resort, the last plan that we put into action, this is what's paid off, and we've got results. And it's just absolutely fantastic. G'day, darling.
G'day, Marion. How are you? I'm well. Yourself?
Oh, mate.
Welcome to Darwin.
Yeah. Oh.
How you feeling?
Back in Sydney, Gary's following a lead in the case of 16-year-old Kayla Cato, who's been missing for 4 days. He's speaking to the mother of Kayla's best friend, Yamil, who's got some new information.
Look, we're just here looking for Kayla. Have you seen her at all?
Yeah, she was here on Wednesday. She stayed about 4 days, 4 or 5 days.
Yep.
And she left on around 3:30, 4 o'clock, after when their grandparents came.
Yep.
I tried to convince her to stay, but she didn't, so she left.
3:30, that was on a Saturday, was it? That was on the Saturday?
Yep.
What sort of a mood was she in?
She was crying. She was upset.
Did she sort of say why?
She was upset about the grandpa yelling and screaming.
It's a bit aggressive, you know?
He was?
Yep. So she just cried and she was...
I convinced her to take, like, she was going to go home. After when they came, he was yelling and screaming, and then she said, no, I'm not going. And I can't even...
This is information that Kayla's grandmother did not reveal in their first meeting.
What's your name? Are you?
I'm her best friend.
Are you Yamal or something?
Yamal.
Yamal?
Yeah.
You've got no idea where she would be?
No, I tried calling her phone a couple of times. It's still switched off like it was last time.
You know that a boy by name of Andy or something? You know him at all?
Yeah, she's told me about him. They had like on and off days and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whereabouts does he live? Do you know? But you're her best friend and she hasn't told you?
No, she doesn't tell me stuff like that. That's the thing, because they weren't really close.
You know his surname?
No.
Would you have his phone number or anything? Yeah? Yes, please.
No worries. See you guys.
Okay, then. Bye.
See ya.
That was very fruitful there, actually. We've now got a number for supposedly boyfriend Andy, so we're going to give him a call and see where that leads us.
A 16-year-old girl missing with a much older man is a worrying situation, and Gary wants to find her as soon as possible. At Missing Persons Headquarters in Darwin, Marion Moss is meeting with Detective Kerry Harris, who's found her daughter Nicolee after she went missing 10 years ago.
I was just totally overjoyed to know that she was alive, first and foremost, and that she had reached out and made that contact, and about to reunite very soon, I hope.
She's just spoken to her for the first time. Nicolee requested the phone call was not recorded.
What was the first thing you said to her?
First thing I said to her was, when she answered, I said, "Hi, darling, how you going?" "Mum, Mum." And with that, as soon as she recognised my voice, she burst into tears, and we did together. We cried in those first few minutes.
26-year-old Nicolee is an artist and a wanderer. She ended up in Bali after going on a sailing holiday, and despite the passing of the years, never called home.
She was very remorseful. She was very sorry to think that, you know, she'd put us all through this worry. But I said to her, Nick, I said, the main thing is that you're okay, darling. I said, you made that contact. But she said, Mum, can you ever forgive me? I said, we won't even go there, Nick. I said, just to hear your voice. I said, the next step is to hold you. I said, never let you go. And we both cried together because we'd had that contact and we knew that she was alive.
Finding Nicolee marks a new beginning for this mum who never gave up on her daughter.
Hi, my gorgeous girl, Nick. It's just a matter of time now, I guess, when we'll meet up again. And lots of talking and just spending quality time together. Certainly not going to let go of you, kid. I am just so looking forward to it, darling. Believe you me, it's been such a long time.
Belinda's husband, John, missing for 3 long days, has been found 500 kilometres away from home.
I just got off the phone to someone else, and then the phone rang. It was a block number. I thought it was you guys again, and yeah, he just said it's me, and I just said, where are you? And he said, I'm at Coffs Harbour. Yeah, he's like, can I come home? And I'm like, of course you can come home. So
I think it would be good for you to have someone here company-wise, because I know you're not going to sleep and I know you're going to watch the clock till he comes home.
Yeah. I'm just happy. I'm just so
But I listen to every single creak, every single key rattle.
My only concern was I obviously don't know how much he's slept over the last couple of days.
But it sounded like he just wanted to head back, so...
So you guys don't need to see him again because he's been sighted up there now, so...
That's right.
All right, yeah, we just got to get him here now, that's all. Yeah. That's, you know, the worry's still not over. Yeah. Especially because
Belinda's relieved to know her husband is still alive. He just needs to make it home and get the help he needs.
It's amazing. You can actually see the transformation with some of these families. I mean, there's absolutely distraught when they're leaving and, you know, they don't know what to do, and you can actually see the difference in her face. Yeah, she's definitely relieved, but I think she'll be even more relieved tomorrow when he gets home safe. Happy result.
And on the case of Nicolee Moss, who was missing for 10 years, there's been another happy ending. Nicolee did return to Australia to be reunited with her mother a few weeks later. While eternally grateful to the program, they ask us to keep their reunion a private affair. But Marion has a message for anyone who may have taken off, leaving their family and friends to agonise over where they might be.
Please make contact with your family, no matter who it be, whether it be your parents or a brother or a sister or somebody. Make that contact. You know, all we need to know is that you're all right, that you're okay.
There's also been a development in another story we brought you last year. The 27-year-old mystery of missing Adelaide girl, Michaela Godot.
Michaela Godot was a 15-year-old girl born in Germany in 1967. Michaela arrived here in Australia in 1981 with her stepfather, her mother and 2 brothers.
When Michaela, the shy schoolgirl, first went missing, the case made headline news.
The family had decided to return to West Germany, but Michaela refused. And Michaela ran away on December 19, stealing almost $600 of her parents' money, which they'd planned to use for the air tickets back to Europe.
At first, it looked like a typical teenage runaway, but with no word from her for nearly 3 decades, investigators now suspect foul play. So police have been talking to Michaela's mother, Emmy, and her brother, Axel. Emmy's marriage to Michaela's stepfather ended just before she disappeared.
Yes, she wasn't happy. She didn't want to stay home. She wanted to go and go to some friends. I can't say he was the reason she disappeared. Maybe, I don't know.
Now, Michaela's brother Axel fears the worst.
Gut feeling is it was a voluntary departure, but it's involuntary that we haven't heard from her. I think someone's taking the advantage of the situation.
When Michaela first disappeared, police searched the area around where she lived. But now they think they should be looking much closer to home. It's Paul's best hope of finding answers in this 27-year-old mystery.
We're going to conduct an examination of the home address, a search of the backyard, with the view of finding any new evidence that is there.
In Adelaide, scientist Ian Moffat was asked to x-ray the soil around the grounds of a suburban home where missing South Australian schoolgirl Michaela Godot was last seen 27 years ago. Police believe Michaela was murdered and possibly buried here. If there's evidence of any disturbance of the soil, this portable radar device will show it.
As you can imagine, once a body decomposes, there's actually not that much material left. So it's quite difficult to image that directly. So it's easier, in fact, to image the changes in the soil rather than a skeleton itself.
Analysis of Ian's results showed that there has been a large hole dug here.
There's definitely been some disturbance in the ground there, and it seems to be fairly large. It's about the size, 1.5 meters. It's big enough that it could be a body, and so it's important that it gets investigated.
Ian's intriguing discovery prompts an immediate dig of the backyard. Now, a police forensic team has been dispatched to investigate what could be a gravesite.
How are you, Steve? Morning, how you going?
Sort of feel the soft just there.
Yeah, considering that area was covered as well, it's very soft. Yeah. So you'd normally expect that to be more harder, solid compared to the outside that's open to the weather. Yeah. But it's actually really soft in that one area there.
I think I've something metal too in that area.
And again, we've got that reaction with the metal detector right in that one area there.
It's a painstaking job, sifting for the smallest of clues.
OK. There's something there, isn't there?
But finally, it looks like they've found something.
Because that is concrete. You might need to go back a bit.
It's a promising development. Have police finally cracked this 27-year cold case? On the case of the missing surfer John, who was found 500 kilometres away from home, he did finally make it home safely.
He had such a long drive to go home, and I think we actually mentioned to her it would have been good had someone been able to make that trip with him, but I was really glad that he did get home. It was good because I actually rang and he answered the phone, and he sounded really nice, like he was very grateful to police and his friends and family, and he made that really clear that, you know, he knows he's got friends out there that care about him, and that's the important thing, and he thinks because of that and because everyone does care about him that they will get there. So, yeah, fingers crossed, that's what happens.
Back in Sydney's west, Gary's on the case of runaway Kayla Cato, who's been missing for 4 days. He's been trying to contact her older boyfriend.
Andy's not real keen on answering his phone too, so we'll obviously they're playing games of some sort.
Gary decides to send Lee back to speak to Kayla's best friend Yamil, hoping she'll open up more to another female.
I would love to help, but she wouldn't have let me give the number out, and I did that. I feel guilty now, but yeah.
You're not being a bad friend by giving us info and stuff. Like, you're doing the right thing. You don't know whether she's, like, you know, injured or something, taken something, or you don't know. Like, hopefully nothing, but, you know.
Dean and Andy are best friends.
And how old's Andy then?
He's 23, turning 24.
Yeah.
Their worst fears are confirmed. Kayla is only 16 years old, and it turns out her boyfriend, Andy, is 24 years old.
Where's Dean live?
He lives around in Granddaughter.
Would any of your other friends or anything know his surname or an address for him? Like,
his name is Dean Edward Wise.
Did you tell them that?
No, I didn't tell them that.
All right, guys. Well, let us know anything more, yeah? All right, bye.
Gary's plan has paid off, and now they have another lead to follow. Andy's best mate, Dean.
How do we go, Lee?
Not too bad. We've got a full name for Andy's best mate, so we might be able to make some more inquiries with that.
She seems to be telling the truth, you think? Or?
Yeah, she opened it up a bit more then. She
Did?
seems generally a bit concerned as well because they haven't had contact.
But she seems to think she's definitely with this Andy.
Yeah.
All right, we might give Dean a ring and see if we can get anything out of this. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that Dean, is it?
Yeah, who's that?
Yeah, mate, my name's Gary Barley from the Missing Persons Unit. How long since you've seen Andy?
Probably 2 weeks now.
2 weeks. I'm trying to track down a girl by the name of Kayla. Do you know her?
Yeah.
Do you know if Kayla is with Andy?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Gary knows he's getting the runaround from a man wanting to protect his best mate, but he's not giving up.
Do you know where Andy lives?
No, I don't.
You know his surname?
No, I don't.
You don't? Or you don't want to tell me? Which one is it?
No, I don't know.
It's imperative that I find this girl, you know?
Yeah,
She's,
no worries.
you know, she's not in any trouble, but I've just got to side her and then she can go and do what she likes. She's over 16. Okay, then bye. No luck there. He doesn't want to talk to us. Because I think the bottom line is if we can find Andy, we'll find the girl.
Really soft there, isn't it?
Back on the case of missing 15-year-old Michaela Godot, police are convinced she's been murdered and are carefully digging up part of the backyard where she lived in the hope of finding her body.
That is soft there. We've got this one little area just by this tree here. It's very soft there, indicate that the soil has been disturbed at some stage. Let's hope, but we don't know.
But their optimism is short-lived.
There seems to be more in a little hole like that. Yeah, it is there.
As the dig progresses, it's becoming clear this is not a gravesite.
The radar was run down here, and that is the only section that it's found any anomaly.
Measure.
Oh, 40, 50. What time of year she went missing?
December.
December.
So it would have been filled.
It would have been very hard soil back in those days, around then. So, I say we've gone down a foot right in the middle there, and just going down to 2 feet. And so, if there was a body there, it'd have to be more than 2 metres down, sort of thing, which would be fairly hard digging. And so there's just no evidence of anything like that.
Let's fill her in.
It's a disappointing result.
Nothing today.
It was promising when we started the dig. But now that we've explored that and it appears that there's no evidence to suggest that something has occurred there, we'll go back to our other inquiries and start again.
Still no closure for Michaela's family.
Hello, Axel. How are you?
Hello.
Basically, we found no evidence at all to suggest that Michaela has been there at any time. So that's good news in one respect. However, it leaves the inquiry still open at this stage.
But although police hoped they'd find answers in the backyard, Axel is far from disappointed.
A little bit relieved in the moment.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I'd rather have the idea that she gets found alive and well somewhere still in my mind than finding remains. It's not really what I'm looking for.
This loving brother has never lost hope his sister is still alive. He makes a plea in the hope that Michaela might be listening.
Just ring someone, let them know. That's all. That's all we need to know. You're still there. You're still alive.
In Brisbane, Damien Powell is about to reopen a very unusual cold case. A teenage brother and sister who disappeared at the same time 17 years ago. In 1992, Chad and Melanie Sutton left home to go to school. It was 8:30 in the morning, and they were never seen again.
Melanie had asked, "Can I please stay at home today and help you to clean up?" I said, "No, you've had too much time off school." A couple of minutes later, they both left for school, and that's the last I saw of them.
It's the last time anyone saw them. But even after nearly 2 decades, police believe they could still be alive.
We have a report from a friend of Chad, the boy, that he spoke to Chad sometime in December on a number of occasions. On one of those occasions, Chad said he was ringing from Sydney, and on another occasion, late in December of 1992, he was ringing from Adelaide. We believe from history that they may have been attempting to run away to Western Australia, so certainly that path of movement is consistent with what we believe may have happened.
It's been a desperate and painful wait for the children's mother, Marie, who's since moved to Perth in Western Australia. But no one has given up, and today, police have some news for her.
What we'd like to do, Mrs. Sutton, is to try some new technology that's called age progression training. Now, this technology, we take photographs of the children that you supplied to us, and we compare them to photographs of yourself and their brothers and sisters as you appear now. And to that end, we'll be able to hopefully gain some impression of what Chad and Melanie look like now.
The reason Damien's reopened this case is because of an opportunity to work with Glenn Miller, an American professor who's visiting the Australian Federal Police in Canberra. He has helped solve hundreds of similar cases in the United States.
It's that recognizable quality of the face.
He can alter a young person's photographic image to accurately show what they might look like at a much later age. So Damien makes a trip to Canberra to see what he can do with Chad and Melanie's photos.
Let me see here.
This is Chad at age 16, shortly before he went missing, and this is his sister, Melanie.
Okay, roughly they'd be in their early 30s right now.
Yeah, Melanie, I believe, would be 30, and Chad should be 32. Melanie wears glasses. She hasn't got them on in this photo, but in another photo, she's got them on.
I'll use this probably as a template to build kind of a photographic composite combined with artwork. I see he's got a nice smile. There's some unique dimples here, some nice smile lines, heavy eyebrows. That's good.
It'll take plenty of time and skill, but Professor Miller knows the results can be remarkable.
We're going to add some growth to Chad and sort of stretch it and identify that lower 2/3 of his face. We're going to come around and simply bring this down just a little bit to approximate that growth. There we go. I'm going to come in and grab his lower chin and do the same thing. Just give it a little more maturity. And we're going to bring it down just a little bit. So I'm going to have to add some artwork, a lot of airbrushing to bring out those features, those unique features that I think Chad possesses, especially when he smiles.
Back in Sydney, on the case of runaway teenager Kayla Cato, who's now been missing for 5 days, Gary's investigations have uncovered the address of Kayla's 23-year-old boyfriend, Andy.
He's now living at an address out west somewhere, which we've been given. So what we'll probably do is go out there and see if we can sort of get to the bottom of this. We are starting to get some concern, you know, for this young girl.
Hi.
Hi,
how you going? Does Andrew live here?
No, there's no Andrew here.
No Andrew?
Any guys living here, it's only me and my mum.
Is it?
Gary's getting the runaround yet again, but he's not budging because he knows this time he's got the right address.
We've got him at this address. Is he... Andrew, Andy, is your cousin. Does he actually live here?
Like, he comes and goes as he pleases, and no one tells him anything, you know. Yep. I hardly see Andrew too.
How long since you've seen him?
Before Christmas.
Oh, so he's not. So he doesn't pop in here
really
on a regular basis.
No.
Because we believe that he may know where this girl is.
Yeah.
Do you have a work number or something, or it's like he's not in any strife or anything?
Yeah, I know. Look, I don't know. I just I do have his number, but I just don't. Like, and again, I mean, they are young kids these days. They change their number every day.
Gary may not have got a straight answer, but at least he's put the word out to Andy's family and to Kayla's friends.
Thank you very much for that.
All right, thank you. Take care.
But Sheila's going to make some calls and try and locate him for us, which will be good, you know, because as soon as we can find him, we'll get somewhere in this matter, I think.
There's been a breakthrough in the case of runaway Kayla Cato, who was missing for 5 days.
She got word through her friends and that the police were looking for her. So I think she's sure probably to go home now and sort this matter out.
Gary put the pressure on, and it worked. Now he's visiting Kayla's grateful grandmother.
Where are you going?
Oh, where are you going?
Yes, we'll just come in for a minute.
Thank you.
Kayla did not want to appear on camera, so she stayed out of sight for this meeting.
I'm really pleased that she decided to come home.
Oh, well, that's good, yeah. So she's sort of settled down now.
Yes, she likes childcare.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So she's hoping to go to TAFE and do childcare as well.
Yeah, I hope she sort of sticks to it and makes something of it, you know?
Yeah, I think it taught her a lesson.
Yeah, well, it probably might have been a little bit of a shock to the system, I think. All right. Thanks very much. We hope everything goes all right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and just say good day to Kyle for us.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Good. Thank you.
Bye. Kayla's home, safe and well. I think things seem to have settled down a bit now and she can get on with her life now. I think she sort of realised that she'll let people know next time before she goes missing, which is good news.
In Canberra, the 17-year-old photographs of missing brother and sister Chad and Melanie have been altered to show what they would look like today as adults. Damien Powell has arranged for the Perth Missing Persons Unit to show the photos to Chad and Melanie's mother, Marie.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Marie. I'm Karen Clarkson. I'm a senior constable at Police Missing Persons team. These are the images.
That's really interesting to see how they are now. They probably would look like that. That's definitely Chad's cheeky smile.
Yeah.
It's nice looking at the photos of them, but it'd be nicer still if it was in person.
Yeah.
Marie calls Damien in Brisbane to thank him.
Do you think that's a realistic...
Yeah, I think they're both pretty well realistic.
We'll get them out into the media, and before it's released to the media, I'll let you know.
Well, I hope it does turn up something, so
Yeah.
I really do.
It'll turn them up.
Yes.
That's exactly right. We'd like to find both of them for you. But
Damien hopes someone will recognise these photographs and bring closure to Chad and Melanie's family.
If they're watching the program, could you please contact me? I'd dearly love to see you both again.
If you have any information about this case or recognise these photographs, please call Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000.